As we move forward from the code of ethics and ethical decision-making, this section places those principles into one of the most challenging real-world environments: REO transactions. These transactions are where risk management, disclosure, communication, and ethical responsibility all collide at once. Unlike traditional sales, REO properties are controlled by banks, which means systems, timelines, and financial outcomes take priority over flexibility and negotiation. This creates a critical shift in how agents must operate. The same ethical duties still apply under Article 1 and AAC, R428-1101, but the environment is less forgiving, more complex, and often less transparent. Agents who succeed in REO transactions are those who can apply structure, patience, and clear communication while still protecting their clients' interests. Understanding the REO market and pricing strategy. In REO transactions, understanding the market is not optional, it is essential. Agents must complete a thorough comparative market analysis, CMA, reviewing recent sales, pending properties, and overall trends before writing an offer. However, REO pricing strategies often differ from traditional listings. Banks may intentionally price properties below market value to generate multiple offers and drive the final price higher. This ties directly back to ethical decision-making. Agents must ensure their clients understand that the list price may not reflect true market value, and that competition can push buyers beyond what is financially reasonable. Client counseling and setting expectations. Building on the previous section, client counseling becomes one of the most important responsibilities in REO transactions. Agents must verify property availability, determine whether multiple offers exist, and carefully review MLS instructions before submitting an offer. More importantly, agents must educate their clients on what to expect. REO transactions often involve delays, limited communication from the bank, and strict contract terms. Example: a buyer entering a competitive REO situation should be advised to submit their strongest offer upfront, understanding that counteroffers may be limited and competition may be aggressive. Writing a strong and ethical offer. The structure of the offer is critical in REO transactions. Offers should be complete, clearly written, and professionally presented. Banks focus heavily on net proceeds, not just purchase price. This means that closing costs, concessions, and financing terms all impact how the offer is evaluated. This directly connects to earlier discussions on financial risk and predatory lending. Buyers must understand how these terms affect their overall financial position, not just their monthly payment or purchase price. Due diligence and as-is property conditions. REO properties are almost always sold as is, which significantly increases the importance of inspections and due diligence. This ties directly back to our earlier sections on mold and environmental risks. Without proper inspections, buyers may inherit serious issues that were not immediately visible. Agents should recommend a reasonable due diligence period, typically 5 to 7 days and no more than 10 days, and ensure that inspections are completed promptly. Example: if signs of water intrusion or mold are present, the agent must advise the buyer to obtain specialized inspections and understand that the bank may refuse to make repairs. Buyer qualification and financial readiness. In REO transactions, preparation is everything. A pre-approval is required, not just a pre-qualification, and proof of funds may be necessary to strengthen the offer. This connects directly to ethical responsibility. Submitting offers for unqualified buyers creates unnecessary risk, wastes time, and can harm all parties involved. As discussed earlier, transparency and preparedness are key elements of professional conduct. Timeframes and managing the unknown. One of the most challenging aspects of REO transactions is the lack of predictability. Banks may take 1 to 2 weeks or longer to respond to offers, and closing timelines often extend to 45 to 60 days or more. This reinforces the importance of communication and expectation management, as discussed in the previous section. Agents must prepare clients for delays and maintain consistent communication throughout the process to reduce frustration and potential complaints. Communication, the key to success. If there is one concept that ties this entire section back to ethical decision-making, it is communication. Lack of communication is the #1 source of complaints in REO transactions. Agents who proactively communicate updates, set realistic expectations, and educate their clients throughout the process are far more likely to create a positive experience, even in difficult transactions. This directly reflects the principles of the Code of Ethics and reinforces the role of the agent as both a professional and an advisor. Putting it all together, REO transactions are where theory meets reality. Environmental risks, financing challenges, ethical obligations, and market dynamics all intersect in one transaction. The agents who succeed are not the ones who simply push deals forward, but the ones who guide, educate, and protect their clients at every step. As we move into the next section, we will continue to build on this foundation by examining how distressed property transactions, including short sales and foreclosure scenarios, further test an agent's ability to apply ethics, law, and real-world decision-making simultaneously. Online discussion. Why is client education especially important in REO transactions? Answer: because the process is complex, unpredictable, and different from traditional sales, requiring buyers to understand risks, timelines, and competition. How does REO pricing strategy create risk for buyers? Answer: properties may be priced below market value to attract multiple offers, which can lead buyers to overbid or make financially risky decisions. Why is communication critical in REO transactions? Answer: because delays and lack of transparency are common, and consistent communication helps manage expectations and reduce complaints.